Welcome to This Explainer. Okay, so today we're diving straight into a really simple, science-backed guide to plant-based eating. We're going to uncover what it actually takes to thrive without meat. Whether you're a total beginner, just trying to cut back on the burgers a bit, or maybe you're just curious about the science behind it all, you are absolutely in the right place. Let's clear up the confusion and figure out how to build a healthy, meat-free lifestyle. Here is our roadmap for today. We'll cover plant-based eating basics, tackle the great protein myth, look at the crucial nutrients you really need to watch, explain why meatless doesn't automatically mean healthy, and finally, we'll wrap up with the long-term health impacts. Let's jump in.
Starting off with Section 1, Plant-Based Eating Basics. Let's define the fundamental differences.
You know, it's super easy to get these terms mixed up, but the distinction is actually incredibly straightforward. Vegetarians simply skip the meat, right? So no beef, no poultry, no fish, but they might still have things like dairy or eggs. Vegans, on the other hand, avoid absolutely anything derived from an animal. No meat, no milk, no cheese, not even honey. It's a complete and total removal of animal sources from the plate.
Moving right along to Section 2, the great protein myth, or why you really shouldn't panic about protein.
Let's put that panic to rest right now, because plants actually contain plenty of protein. Simple, everyday combinations give you fantastic levels, like a basic meal of rice and beans. That creates a complete protein. Or a standard peanut butter sandwich. That gives you a highly decent amount of protein. And a tofu stir-fry? Boom, that's a high-protein meal right there. You really don't need highly processed powders or massive steaks to hit your daily requirements. The plant kingdom has completely got you covered.
The reality here is, well, protein is usually not the biggest problem when you're transitioning to a plant-based diet. It's actually pretty easy to hit your goals without overthinking it. So if protein isn't the villain of our story, what exactly is?
Which brings us to Section 3, crucial nutrients to watch. Let's talk about the hidden deficiencies.
So here's the thing. There are highly specific vitamins and minerals that can drop dangerously low when you ditch meat. I want you to laser focus on the two heavy hitters you absolutely must avoid missing: vitamin B12 and iron. A lack of B12 can actually cause severe nerve damage and anemia, which we obviously don't want, while missing out on iron will lead to heavy chronic fatigue. You also risk bone weakness from low calcium and vitamin D or immune issues from low zinc. But really, B12 and iron are your primary traps.
Because these critical elements, and I'm looking especially at vitamin B12 here, are so incredibly hard to get from plants alone, you have to be intentional. Relying on fortified foods or taking specific dietary supplements is literally essential. And you know, taking a B12 supplement isn't some sort of failure of the diet. It's just smart planning. It's simply giving your body what it can't naturally pull from an apple or a carrot.
All right, Section 4. Meatless doesn't mean healthy. Let's look at the junk food loophole. Picture this for a second. French fries, a large sugary soda, and a slice of white bread. What do they all have in common? Well, none of them contain animal products. So technically speaking, this is a 100% vegan meal. But is it healthy? Absolutely not. It's highly processed, packed with empty carbs, and completely devoid of any actual nutrition.
And this brings us to a huge beginner trap. Simply slapping the word vegan on your diet doesn't magically make it nutritious. Avoiding meat just does not guarantee a well-planned healthy meal. If you're surviving on nutrient-empty convenience foods, you are going to feel terrible, completely regardless of whether a cow is involved in making your dinner or not.
Let's wrap things up with Section 5, Long-Term Health Impacts, the pros and cons of your dietary planning.
Let's start with the good news, right? When you plan well, when you're centering your diet on high-fiber, antioxidant-rich foods instead of processed junk, the benefits are honestly incredible. A well-planned plant-based diet acts like a powerful shield for your organs. It lowers your bad LDL cholesterol, drops your blood pressure, heavily reduces your risk of type 2 diabetes and heart disease, and it can even lower your overall inflammation.
Conversely, let's look at the dark side of poor planning. If your diet relies heavily on that junk food loophole we just talked about, it backfires terribly. You risk muscle loss from low protein, and you run straight into those dangerous deficiencies we warned you about earlier. We're talking B12 deficiency causing nerve problems, and iron deficiency leading to severe anemia. Plus, excess processed carbs can spike your triglycerides. It's just a recipe for weakness.
So to guarantee long-term success, you definitely don't need a medical degree. You really just need this simple 4-step formula. Step 1, center your diet on whole foods. Step 2, ensure you're getting enough protein through things like beans, tofu, or nuts. Step 3, actively supplement B12 and minerals like iron. And Step 4, make sure you include healthy fats. It's all about comprehensive, holistic nutrition.
I'll leave you with this provocative thought to ponder the next time you sit down to eat. Are you just avoiding meat, or are you actually eating well? Dropping meat is really only half the equation. What you replace it with is what truly defines your health. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer, and I really hope this helps you craft a vibrant, well-planned lifestyle.